Speak to me, GoPro. I love Belgium for many reasons. The beer, the bikes, and all the cool sportives like Gent-Wevelgem, which we're doing today, the day before the World Tour race. I'm out here with VeloNews editor Fred Dreier. We're planning on going the full distance of 215K. We may crack and do the 140, but either way, we're gonna do the Plugstreets, we're gonna do the Kemmelberg, and we're gonna ride with a few thousand of our best buds. You're coming with us. Are you ready? Let's roll.
Like at many sportives, you roll at Gent-Wevelgem whenever you like. How else are you going to get 6,700 people on such narrow roads? Being Belgium, there are huge cycling clubs rolling en masse with dozens of riders all in the same matching kit.
Should have had it on before I fell over, but maybe we can do a dramatic reenactment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it good?
Vanga, vanga, vanga.
More than a decade ago, the Tour of Flanders Sportive was the Belgian Sportive, and it's still the biggest by far, with a cap of 16,000 riders. But in the last few years, Belgium has aggressively added a bevy of other amateur events. The Johan Museo Classic, Scheldeprijs Cyclo, Brabants Pils Sportief, the Greg van Avermaet Classic, the Retro Ronde van Vlaanderen, and on and on.
Are you winning, Fred? I'm winning!
One thing I love about riding in Belgium is the seemingly endless array of quiet, narrow, winding roads. It feels to this American like the roadie equivalent of single track. Sure, you can ride more than one abreast, so it's not technically single track, but the quick hard turns, undulating hills, and changing road surfaces keep you in the flow. Another thing I love about riding in Belgium, particularly in sportives, is how well people ride here. With a culture that not only embraces pro racing, but also grew up on bikes and uses them every day, gasp, as normal transportation, people here are entirely comfortable riding in close quarters. It is a far cry from your average American charity ride, where many folks don't want their wheels anywhere near yours. Oh, and waffles and chocolate in the feed zones? Of course there are waffles and chocolate in the feed zones. When it came time to choose between 160 and 215K, we went for the full route and immediately found ourselves without the giant pelotons of swarming riders. Luckily, we had a couple of young riders who towed us along, plus local legend Dreier with us, who filled us in on all the places we passed, like the abbey that brews the coveted West Vlaanderen beer.
How good is this beer?
This is the best beer in the world.
On a kicker heading up towards the Kemmelberg, Fred managed to antagonize his Shimano Di2 derailleur to the point it temporarily stopped working.
Those hills are steep, man. I'm suffering.
Well, look at that.
Hey.
Woo! All you had to do was take one shoe off, Fred. I think that was it.
Bikes don't like me, Ben. Bikes don't like me.
Then it was time for the Kemmelberg. Kicking up to 22%, I was happy to have a 35-28 low gear with the new SRAM axis. And yes, if I had a lower gear, you better believe I would have used it. The Gent-Wevelgem area is steeped in World War I history. The Kemmelberg itself was the site of a hellacious battle. Monuments to the war dead abound in the area. A short way from the Kemmelberg is the site of the famous Christmas truce between the Germans and the Brits, where a soccer match was played. Today, the area is where hikers and cyclists play on the Plugstreets. The area's fairly tame gravel roads.
He's gravel town!
After the Plugstreets, it's time for one last stop.
Ben, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really tired. We've had wind, we've had bumpy streets, cobblestones, climbs. For a while there, we were getting our heads kicked in by these teenagers who were really strong, and I'm just thinking about a beer.
And now, you just need to bang out the last few Ks to return back to Wevelgem, finishing on the same stretch as the pros, if at a slightly different speed. Want to check out the Gent-Wevelgem Sportive yourself? You totally should.
Cheers, Trees.
Cheers, man.
Visit cyclinginflanders.cc for details and inspiration on this and many other Belgian sportives.
Cheers, amigo.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
See you in Wevelgem next year.